Making the world a better place is an intricate puzzle, and piece by piece, the women and men of Rotary have worked hard to fight hunger, promote literacy, and move the world toward peace. But there is still much to be done, still some missing pieces, and one of those missing pieces is you. Learn how you can help Rotary put together a better world at Rotary.org. Rotary, humanity in motion.
Hi, welcome to the last program of This Is Rotary. I'm Keith Doolan. Today, we travel back and look at some extraordinary people. We'll look at some wonderful work that the Rotarians are doing in your community and around the world. And we'll find out why Rotarians do what they do. But first, we travel back and rediscover when and how Rotary all began.
We've got to go right back to the year 1905 and visit Chicago, because that's the date and the place that Rotary was initiated. It began with 3 people: a tailor, a mining engineer, and a lawyer by the name of Paul Harris. And so they started to meet in each other's offices once a week, talk about what was happening in their jobs, then go back to work. It gave them so much more confidence that they thought it should expand, and gradually other people joined them, other friends expanded in their friendship group. So they decided in 1905 to make it a formal grouping. The name of Rotary was given to this wee group because they were rotating from office to office each week, and so it took on a more formal structure when it was formed in 1905. The best way of envisaging what Rotary's on about is to look at the symbol, the wheel, at Rotary spokes, and each of those spokes basically symbolises the values of Rotary. So A is for acquaintance, B is for business, C then is for community, D is for developing an understanding of the world and developing international goodwill. The next spoke would be that of giving service. In fact, our major motto is service above self.
I think one of the important things to mention about Rotary and what Rotary does is to emphasise the voluntary nature of all that Rotarians do. No Rotarian is paid for the services that they provide, other than obviously secretarial and administrative things that can be paid for, but Rotarians' time is given voluntary, and as often as not they make use of and provide assistance from their particular business or profession or whatever it is for nothing. I think particularly in the last 15 years since we've had ladies in the club, I think they've certainly added a dimension.
Sometimes women just bring another slant to that. They perhaps don't do things the same way as men do. They might come to the same conclusion or achieve the same objective, but sometimes women are more inclusive. They're certainly hard working, and it is just another dimension to working with people. You can work with women, you can work with men, but working with people means working with men and with women, and I think that has brought a bigger dimension to Rotary than it had before, to be honest. I hope that the new generation will bring some new ideas, some new ways of doing things. They act and work differently from us oldies, and they want different things. So we have to move with that change, and that always does us good, to move with the change, and accepting younger people and what they do is a good way to do things, that we don't sit down and sing songs through our lunch break and at Rotary. I mean, the young people just wouldn't like that. I couldn't imagine that you would attract young people to Rotary if you didn't change the way you did things to encompass and embrace the things that young people want.
It is good to see now younger people in the club very much getting into it and doing their thing, new projects, new ideas, and I think the future for Rotary and what they do for others is very promising.
For many, being part of Rotary has been hugely beneficial for all those involved. Giving their time and energy is just a small price to pay for all the rewarding community developments and great fellowship.
I'm Geordie Hooft. I'm 42 years old. I'm a member of the Christchurch Rotary Club. I've been a Rotarian now, this will be my 4th year, and the initial drive was more an invitation that I had from someone to come along and attend a meeting and just find out a little bit more about it. I knew that they do a lot of good work around in the community, and it was really just a chance to be able to be part of that and also to meet some interesting people. One of the strengths of the club is that you get to be part of things that you wouldn't be able to do on your own, and it takes that membership number to be able to do some of those things.
For me personally, I have been discovering, I guess, a lot about Rotary, and I think I've been well impressed with, it amazes me how much we do throughout the world, not only just locally, but throughout the world with all the different global projects going on. We do have a lot of members who are a lot older, and they have amazing stories to pass on to us young ones, if you like. But I think the biggest thing that's come through to me is it just giving a little can create so much.
I think that being in Rotary has helped to mature me as a person, but also as a business person as well. It's taught me communication skills that I don't think I otherwise would have got. You form really lovely friendships at these clubs, and that's really cool, and these are people who you wouldn't necessarily have in your friendship group, or be people who you socialise with, or even people who you would necessarily do business with.
I became a Rotarian in 1993, and so that makes it 17 years, and I was invited to by one of the medical colleagues at my place of work, so it was quite an honour. The opportunity to be able to help people or groups of people that perhaps wouldn't otherwise have assistance that we are able to give them, and the fellowship of a variety of different people from all sorts of walks of life that I wouldn't normally come across in my work life.
Rotary is about something bigger than ourselves as individuals. People who do well at Rotary are those who want to be able to give something back. And I say that because if you went along there just saying, what can I get out of Rotary for me, it probably wouldn't work for you. The giving back is the thing that really drives Rotary. It's the service above self.